All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who lead our nation, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that strive for salvation during these electrifying times. And I just wanted to go in on this video of these dudes from Chicago that tried and refined the break off of the GMS Chicago camp. They broke off, started teaching other wayward doctrines and everything, and they was going out there, doing the work still, not doing the work in spirit and in truth, but they were still doing the work, going out. Then, of course, when you start teaching other things and you start pushing other, doctrines and things like that, other philosophies, Sophia's she's not gonna stick with you. She's not going to dwell with you. She's going to move on to a man that's worthy of her company, of her love. And she's going to be with that man. And you're not going to have her no more. And you're going to fizzle and fade out. And that's pretty much what happened with these guys. These guys, they stopped going out. This is their first video back up that they posted in over a year. I'm going to go into the reason why I'm going to do a video on this whole particular thing is because, for one, these ain't men of the Lord. Men of the Lord would have kept on going forward. If what you was believing was the truth, you would have continued to push on. But they didn't. Then they popped back on the scene. And then I just want to read a couple of these comments from the comment board. So the first comment, I'm not going to even read who the name of the people. It's still right there. You can read it yourself, or you can go on the page and look too for yourself. But it says all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, blessings Akim. So my thing is this: if you in the spirit and you know the truth, why are you giving these guys Godspeed when they didn't give the Most High the reverence to continue on, to keep in the faith? I'm just gonna read through some of these comments, man. You got Hebrews 9:17 says the testament is of force after men are dead. New covenant. Luke 9:62. We all know that's the famous scripture. I got that geared up, lined up. So I'm gonna go to the next one. Brother says, "Damn," in Apostle Ramla voice. That's funny because that's what Apostle Ramla probably said. Like, damn, these dudes popped back up on the scene. It says, "Elder speaking wisdom, 62, rolling on, baby." Man, this is crazy. This is actually crazy, man. These guys they have sheep that's following them. They have people who follow them that didn't get fed for over a year, and as soon as they pop on the scene, you praising these guys. It says Shalom from Hees up here in St. Louis. I remember finding out the truth and thinking it wasn't anyone in my city to fellowship with. So I took a trip to Chicago just to holler at you brothers because I was watching y'all on YouTube and it was great. It was great. Salute to y'all. So this guy he's a fan for life. From one incident of, never mind the fact that these guys disappeared on you. You clearly said I was watching you. He clearly said that because he used to watch these guys. There was nobody where he was from. He says I was watching y'all on YouTube. Shalom Akim, and he gives them salute. This next one, it says, and for those asking about Big Bro, he is right there next to Swift and May and Magan in the video. The ox pushing. Man, they pushing. So a whole year go by. Was they pushing? I'm gonna go into the responses, man. It says, and Yahushua is in the midst of them. Really? So you really think, and you got 300%. Like, do you think Yahushua is really with them taking off all that time and not putting no videos up, not feeding the fly? We're gonna go into what Yahushua said though. And this the next guy says, cons, people people want to say something. Yeah, say the truth. We want to say the truth. Like y'all, like these guys, these people gonna say they're supposed to be their followers. I'm gonna go into some guy says all praises. The next guy puts 2 Corinthians 9:7. Every man according as he proposed in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for the Most High loveth a cheerful giver. These guys weren't giving the truth for over a year. Like they took time off. They weren't in a cheerful giving, because the scriptures say feed the flock. The scriptures say, I will give you pastors according to my own heart, which will feed you with knowledge and wisdom. So were these guys not? They weren't feeding, so they weren't giving a cheerful heart, right? It says, "Let brotherly love continue." So would a brother have stopped doing the work? Do you consider these guys brothers? That's the funny thing. So, here we go. All praise to the Most High. Shalom Akim. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Barakathum. Good to see you back in the mix. Back in the mix. So let's go into those responses right quick. It says, brother says, if they were in the true truth, they would have never left the mix. Exactly. You would never have left the mix. This is not something you leave. This is not something that you get to take off and stop. Unless you start your death toll when you do that. This is a contract with the Most High, and this is one you cannot break. They were never in the mix, man. It says, Khan, this is straight folly. Then this guy says, why does that bother you? If you actually had love for your brother, you wouldn't say no dumb shit like that. You don't know what they was going through. Excuses, man. What you mean what they've been going through? They've been going through anything more than what the brothers who's been continuing on pushing? Actually, you see them? So what they going through more things than what we gotta go through? If whatever you going through, that's more of a reason for you to be doing the work for the Most High. Like what they were going through. You know what they was going through? They was going through whatever they went through to make them decide. They all, as a camp, did not want to go out. Every last one of them, as a collective camp, decided not to go out for that time period. So enough of that, man. Let's get into the scriptures. So this is John 21 and start at verse 14. Actually, I'm going to go to this scripture first. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 2 Timothy 4, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, I charge thee, therefore, before the Most High and the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in his kingdom. So the Most High is going to judge. He's going to judge. I'm going to read that again, and I'm going to add the Hebrew. It says, I charge thee, therefore, before Yahweh Wah Ha Adawam Yahushua Mashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. So he's going to come and judge you based off your works, based off where you out there, where you doing the work of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Were you in the mix, so to speak, like the brother said. If there was in the truth, they would have never left the mix. Verse 2, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So you have to be out there. You have to be out there gauging this. The scriptures say, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people Israel their transgressions. Roughly paraphrasing. You have to be out on the streets to do that. How are you going to rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine? How are you going to correct our people if you're not out there? You got to be out there. Verse 3, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itchy ears. And this is what y'all did, man. Besides the fact that those people out there, are 2/3 of our people, are not gonna endure sound doctrine, you didn't endure sound doctrine. I'm talking about tried and refined. I'm talking about y'all broke off from the true faith when you decided to leave Great Millstone, or where you got kicked out. I don't even know the ramifications of it, but I know you weren't there anymore, and you went out to do the work on your own. Y'all went out together. Y'all not enduring sound doctrine. The soundest of it is to be out there. Verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, enduring afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full of thy ministry. So this cat said that, matter of fact, I'm going to go back to it real quick. He says, why does that bother you? This is a comment. If you actually had love for your brother, you would not say no dumb shit like that, which you shouldn't say the dumb shit you're saying right now. You don't know what they was going through. You don't know what they was going through. What does Paul say here? He says, but watch thou in all things, enduring affliction. It's like enduring affliction. So it doesn't matter what they going through. Whatever the hell they going through, they supposed to endure that. It says, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof thy ministry. So whatever you're going through, there's no reason or excuse to not go out and do the work. It says, do the work of an evangelist. Evangelist goes out. So they was never supposed to not go out. They weren't supposed to take time off. As you're not a man of the Lord, you're not men of the Lord, you're not servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If you take any time off to do things that you want to do in your life in the world, and not do the work of the Most High, you have to have your mind geared to the Most High at all times, no matter what. This is Luke 9. I'm going to start at verse 57. It says, and it came to pass that as they went in the way, a certain man said unto him, Lord, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahushua said unto him, foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man had not where to lay his head. Verse 59, and he said unto another, follow me. But and just to touch base on Yahushua not having a place to hold his head, because he was doing the work of evangelist. He was moving around. He was out there. He wasn't trying to, let me set up this tent so I can live and have my wife and get some kids and live the life, live the dream life. No, he was on the move. He was going from place to place, just like Paul did. That's why Paul said, be instant in season and out of season. Paul was on the move. He still was instant in season and instant out of season. Verse 59, it says, and he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Yahushua said unto him, let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead-minded bury the physically dead. That's what he's basically saying. But go thou and preach the kingdom of the Most High. So, I mean, even if you have somebody died in your family, it's not a reason to not do the work. So when that guy said, you don't know what they were going through, like, sound like a fucking fool, man. Like Yahushua said, man, let somebody else bury him. Let somebody that's spiritually dead-minded, bury the physically dead. You do my work. Go and preach the kingdom of the Most High. Go do the work. That's what we're saying. So it don't matter what them dudes was going through. They were supposed to carry on, continue doing the work. But it didn't matter. They wasn't going to, because they had chinks in their armor. They were broken cisterns. They were leaking. The truth was leaking out of them. They couldn't hold on to the true doctrine. Verse 61. And another also said, Lord, I will follow thee, but let me first go bid them farewell, which are at home at my house. So this guy had he was a family man. He wanted to go bid his family goodbye, farewell. You know, when the scriptures tell you when the Lord approached the disciples, when he started handpicking his disciples, they straightway followed him. They didn't say, "Oh, well, let me go kiss my wife and children goodbye." No, they didn't. They dropped their fisher nets and they went along and they followed him. Verse 62, it says, "And Yahushua said unto him, No man having put his hand to the plow and look it back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High." It's fit to be a servant of the Most High. You can't serve the Most High if you put your hands to the plow, then you take your hands off and you put your hands back on. You iffy. You some tummy. You do it when you want to do it. That's what you do. You don't do it when it needs to be done all the time. You on the job. No, you're not on your watch. These dudes feel like that's the mindset. The guys who following them on, it's more comment boards. If whoever is watching this video, if you get a chance, go on that comment board, read some of them more of those comments. I just went into a handful. These guys got real people trying to follow after their teachings. They following after them. That's their flock. And you think that Yahushua gonna save you? You dip out on the flock? This is John 21 and 14. It says, "This is now the third time that Yahushua showed himself to his disciples after that he was risen from the dead. So when they had denied, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my lambs. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Question. He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, Feed my sheep. So it was so serious about going out and doing the work that Yahushua annoyed and bugged and bothered Peter 3 times about that. And Peter said, You know all things. You know that I love you. So if you don't go out and do the work, you don't love Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because he told Peter, if you love me, feed my sheep, feed my lamb. That's what he told Peter. And Peter said, Yea, Lord, thou knowest all things. Like, you know this already. So you dudes try to refine, you just need to know that Yahweh Shem Yahushua knows you don't love him. Which is why you took all that time off. That's why you turn your back on doing the work for however long you felt you wanted to do it. And whatever that possessed you to get back out there now, whatever the case may be. So Peter wasn't told, well, lovest thou me? If you're in good case, feed my sheep. If things are in your life is going good, feed my sheep. But if things happen to go bad and you're going through something, you don't have to feed my sheep. Yahushua didn't say that to Peter. He told him, feed my sheep. No matter what you're going through, no matter what's happening with you, you got to get out there. You got to get out there and feed his sheep. You got to do what the scriptures say do. Verse 18, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, when thou was young, thou girdest thyself and walkest whither thou wouldest. And you were doing what you wanted to do when you was a kid. But when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thine hand, and another shall gird thee and carry thee whither thou wouldest not. So Yahushua, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is carrying us. Whatever happens in our life. When we was a kid, we didn't have no worries or concerns. We just get up and go to school and go and do whatever you want to do after school. Go play, go do whatever you want to do. But when you wasn't paying attention, but your parents were carrying you, And Yahweh Shimon Shai was carrying your parents. When you get older, that's when you fall in the hands of the living power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He's controlling things for you. He's directing your steps. He's the one. He's always been the one doing these things. But when you get older, you're supposed to realize that. You're supposed to recognize that. Like, man, especially if you call yourself in this truth, you call yourself walking in faith. You know, you're not in the world anymore. You're doing things according to the scriptures. You're supposed to give that reverence, and you're supposed to know that, oh, this is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's program. He said, go out on the highways and the hedges, bid them to the marriage. That's what you're supposed to do. This spake he, signifying by what death he should glorify the Most High. And when he had spoken this, he said unto him, follow me. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to follow the blueprint that Yahweh Shai lay forth. Yahweh Shai did the work. He was instant in season, and he was instant in season, and out of season. He also was daily in the church and doing the work. He was doing the work daily, which is why Apostle Tahar increased our videos to a daily videos, which is rightfully so. It shouldn't be a day that goes by that we don't dedicate some time and effort and our strength towards this truth. And if you happen to miss a day because life got real complicated or whatever, you make it up. The next day, do 2 videos. Make it up. That's what we're supposed to be doing, man. And these guys that's the thing, man. Great Millstone has a standard versus all these other camps. These other guys can just take off and then come back when they feel fit and ready to do it. They come back and they get welcomed back by the degenerates. All you dudes out there that's cheering these dudes on, while they didn't feed you for all that time. You had to go get fed by someone else. And I'm pretty sure you probably was watching the Great Millstone camp while they wouldn't feed you, because Great Millstone we got an open buffet at Great Millstone. There's always food on the table. It's a spiritual soup kitchen that doesn't close, a buffet that doesn't close. You come eat all day, every day, and there's no topping off, max. There's no, that's you can only have one plate. You can have seconds. That's it. No, you can eat till you full for the day, and then you can eat the next day until you full. That's what it means when he said when the Lord said, "Feed my sheep, feed my lamb," meaning put so much work and content out there that they're fully full and fed. That's what you're supposed to do. So with that, I'm gonna bring this video to a close. All you dudes who following these guys, you're suckers, and you're gonna get suckered into the madness that they push. And also, you're already a sucker because you're not in the right spirit to know that what they did was off and wrong. But that's okay. Keep following the way. With that, all praise, honor, and glory and fear to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who lead our nation and feed our flock and feed the Lord's lamb and sheep. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that striving for salvation during these electrifying times. Shalom.